Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So today, we're back for another round of Terraria Elements Awoken. And to kickstart today's episode, I'm going to do my usual thing of welcoming you all in. Hey, hope you're all good. I'm doing great. And then I'm going to go back to farming. And that's because, as we spoke about in the previous episode, we're now working on our very own Infinity Gauntlet. I feel like we all want to see what happens once you wield it. Will the snap kill half the world? We'll have to see, but to get us to that point, it's going to require lots of man hours. So I woke up early today so I could get my farming out the way, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to farm. Hopefully, you guys are going to get to see me get some of the crystals live so that we can make some of the stones, and that is the main goal. But after that, we're only going to do this for about an hour or two, and then after that, we're going to be moving on to one of the boss fights that we have planned for today. So we made this in the previous episode. This is what summons the Temple Keeper, and we'll be doing that basically with the Unreal Desolation Free. We have a couple of upgrades to make today. Guys, it's going to be ace. It's going to be a real adventure today. Make sure, as always, if you do enjoy today's video, to give the video a big fat thumbs up, and if you are new around here, maybe consider clicking the subscribe button. I spoke about this briefly yesterday, and we had our most subscribed day in about 2 months. So it does work. I know a lot of you lurk. Okay, right, let me get on with my farming. I'm really excited for this. I think I'm going to get it today. I'm going to be using a combination of Calamity Potions, which increases the spawn rate like a whole bunch, and large slime balls. So I'm going to be doing this, essentially. You spawn that in, you take a potion, and then just like that, you get a bunch of enemies, right? And because of the increased spawn rate, you should be able to get a whole bunch of these, apparently. I guess what I want to be doing is killing these a little bit slower so that I can get more slimes. Yeah, that's probably better. Unless I'm killing all of the slimes all at once with the bow and I'm not even realizing it. Maybe? Let's test this out. No, Is there slimes? I think there might be. I think I'm killing like 50 slimes at once. Oh, I'm not too sure though. No. Surely not, right? Maybe? Oh god, I don't know. I think I might go with this. Alright, so we got a very first one. I just looked over at the recording software. It took about a minute and a half. It wasn't very long at all. So we know that this method is working. I'm using the bow, by the way. That's what I decided upon in the end. Alright, that's actually really cool to know that we've already got one. So we only need 5 more, but realistically, we could use so many more. So many upgrades, like really powerful upgrades, require them. So I actually decided today that I would do the Moonlord one final time. And that's just simply because we needed the fragments, essentially. Because a lot of the fragments combine to make these neutron fragments. And then you get those neutron fragments, and then they make the upgrades as well. So basically, I'm trying to make sure that we're super prepared, essentially. Hey, look at that, boy. I got the final one. So, bit of a plot twist with this. I wasn't actually intending to farm for all of them, but I kind of caught the bug after the first one. The first one took, I can't remember what it was, like a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. It's now been 2.5 hours. But here we are. I wanted to make today's episode special, considering the last episode was so well received. There we go. The farming is now complete. Well, kind of. Because we could probably use more in later stuff for better upgrades. But before I continue, I am going to go reset my recording. Because recording for 2.5 hours straight is probably not a good idea. Hopefully there's no corruption. Probably won't be. I think I'm safe. Alright, I'm back. The footage was fine, thank God. Well, you'd probably know because you've already seen it. So, kind of a pointless statement. But that being said, I had a little bit of a break, had a cup of coffee. I did that all in one session, and I wasn't listening to any kind of music or podcast. So all I've got in my head now is the first bit of music from the Toy Slime, just on repeat. The bit that goes, and I think I'll hear it in my dreams. My god. Alright, well, like I kind of predicted in the last episode, slimes did in fact give me the most powerful item. So I was doing a little bit of Googling on how to make this, and we should already have pretty much everything that we need, hopefully. So I'm going to take the honey dispenser out of here, considering I'm not making honey furniture anymore. And I'm going to make a crystal cracker. That is what I'm meant to be making, but now I'm wondering if we can't because it needs something. Crystal cracker. Crystal cracker. Here it is. Bam. So this is a crafting station, essentially, which should help us make the fragments, or whatever it's called. What is it called? I really can't remember. Okay, so cracked. There you go. Cracked infinity crystal. We're going to make 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to make the stones. So these are all 6 of the stones. I can make them all straight away. So we got the aquatic stone. We have the irid stone. We have the death stone. We have the frigid stone. We have the moonstone. And then finally the pyro stone. This is using just fire essence. There is one of these that we actually had to farm for yesterday, that we were getting something. Oh, was it this one? The void essence one? Yeah, alright. Okay, so Infinity Gauntlet. My god. It's finally time. It's a mage weapon. I was wondering how it would work. Okay. Bam. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I feel like this is the most excited I've been for a modded weapon in ages. So let me zoom out a little bit. Let's have a little read at what we've made. Infinity Gauntlet. Very fast speed, very weak knockback. The forces of the elements combined. Has the effect to use all of the infinity stones. Right click to switch modes. Desert, rains, desert shards. So is it on desert right now? First off, let's just click down. So this is what it looks like. Alright, let's swap. So this is apparently fire. But I can't use it because I've actually ran out of mana. So it's probably best that we make a new set of armor. Once again, let's have a little look at how many Luminite bars we've got. We've got 44. So I don't know if I'll be able to make Nebula or not, but I'll give it a go. So 1, 2, and yeah, I can make the third piece. All right, that's fantastic. So 1, 2, 3. So now we have the mage armor set. So this one is fire. Oh no, I'm clicking the wrong button. I'm just flicking through them. All right, this one is fire. Okay, that's pretty cool. This one is... What am I doing? Teleports you to a discovered location on the map. Oh, so you click and then right click. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay, I thought I was getting it wrong. So apparently it has a cooldown, which is why I can't use it. And I was cursing it up a minute ago because I really couldn't figure it out. So this is Frost. Summons a shield around the player. Okay, alright. So this one is Water. What does Water do? Turns projectiles into bubbles. So this final one is Void. So apparently it kills half of non-boss monsters with under 10,000 life. That's what it does every time you use it. That's kind of mental, isn't it? So there's a cooldown on this one as well. You cannot erase life yet. You know what? If the desert one is really strong, I feel like this is probably worth it. The desert and fire ones are definitely the ones for attack. Sky is more transport. This is to get a shield. So what you would do is you'd flick between them like this as much as you could. It's still really cool. I think I'm going to use it then for the first boss fight. So this is one that we need to do at night time. So I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to purchase some buffs and I'm going to try get used to actually using this. But the damage should be incredible. That's what I'm really hoping. Considering this is something that you farm for so long, I think it's going to be great. Let's see what it's like to reforge the Gauntlet. So nimble, slow, forceful, intense, deranged. I think we'll stop at demonic, considering this one gives extra damage. So what I'm going to do now is... I've actually ran out of Luminite, which I'm very surprised about, because I've done a good bit of farming of Moonlord, but, you know, we spent it on armor sets, and obviously upgrades. And to be fair, I did waste quite a bit on arrows. That's probably on me, right? Let's be real about that one. But the reason I'm doing this is because I need to make a set of solar wings so that I could make the upgrades to the boots. We spoke about this yesterday, but essentially there are these boots called Boots of the Void, and we can now make them. But you need a set of solar wings, and I only have enough bars to make them, but not the wings. So this should hopefully be enough now. So let me make my solar wings, just like so. And then we need to put the Master Ninja gear and the boots inside of the chest. So this is going to free up another accessory slot, which is going to mean that we can make a really powerful accessory, which I will take feedback from you guys on. I don't really know which one to make straight away. So, Boots of the Void. All right, here they are. Bam. So, let's have a little look. You get greater mobility on ice, water and lava walking, allows flight, and gives you dashes, essentially. So, it really is just a combination of all of them. Now, there is apparently an upgrade, and the upgrade sounds way, way, way more interesting, and I do really want to make it. So let me show you it. I had a little look at it the other day. Let me dump this in here. So there are the boots of Nyame that you can make. So all you need is some rainbow dye, some rainbow brick. You need some voidite bars, and I'm assuming that voidite probably grows in the world after a certain boss fight, something like that. But I really want to make that upgrade. That upgrade sounds pretty fantastic, I won't lie. So now we just have to decide what extra accessory I'm going to add on. We have so many accessories and just so much equipment. So many like boss items get stored in here. Pretty much dumped in here, really. And it is hard to decide which ones to use because there are so many. I guess I'll just stick with what I've got and kind of hope that we do all right. Let me check. Do I have a Sorcerer's Emblem? Because a Sorcerer's Emblem would be pretty great. Oh, I don't. I just have a Warrior and Ranger. Well, all right. Okay, so I was hoping to find the Goblin Tinkerer one final time so I can get some reforges on this. Despite having like 1 million platinum a minute ago, I'm now pretty broke in the grand scheme of life. Pretty broke. Ooh, what do we go with? I think. Do we add this? Do we add +4 movement speed? I think not, considering we already have good movement speed. These should all be fine, right? This one needs an upgrade. Even though it's not really an accessory, I think I'm going to keep forever. We'll take armored. Alright, so we're about 1 minute away from nighttime, so that will give me time to buy a couple of buffs, and then we should be good to go. I don't know how difficult this boss fight is going to be. According to you guys, all of them are going to be pretty challenging. Somebody wrote a comment yesterday and said it's about as challenging as Poltergeist. Now, I never really found Poltergeist to be that challenging, so we'll have to see. If that's the kind of comparison we're rolling with, I think I might be fine. You never know, though. So one thing I've probably got to do is, before we start this boss fight, I definitely need to get this out of my inventory. These Calamity Potions. They did me well, like, they really did. I ended up using a whole bunch of them. Essentially, those little slime balls, they gave you, like, I'd say about 1 minute of, you know, toy slimes, but you just had to keep making those as well. But since they were made of tin and slime, it was pretty chill. Well, alright, okay. We're buffing up. Let me make sure I've got this set to fire. So I'm going to set this to void straight away. I'm going to kill half of the life. We're going to get a shieldy boy. And then I'm going to go with fire first. Okay, actually I'm going to swap this. Okay, I was using the wrong thing in my inventory. I was like, what is going on? So can I not leave this barrier? Okay, I can. I think leaving the barrier is not what it wants you to do. It's kind of like pulling me back in. I'm not going to lie to you, boys. I'm so bewildered. I'm trying to focus on my Infinity Gauntlet more than anything. And I think I'm just kind of... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if dragons should really move like that. Or wyverns. I'm pretty sure this wyvern's got a broken neck. Somebody's going to have to help him out. This reminds me of, like, when Terraria mods first started coming out and people used to make their own wyverns. It was a bit like that. Was that it? Okay. Alright. I don't know what to say about that one. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. Right, so what do we get? We got some D-Town wings. We got a flare. Pressing the ability key will create a shield around the player that pushes enemies and projectiles away. We got a heart. We got a temple fragment, And we also got the Gaze of the Inferno. These all sound very interesting. Okay, well, let's have a little look at them, though. So, this heart gets turned into the Ancient Ruin. It is covered in dust, not consumable. Use at night. Summons the Guardians on use. So, it's basically these two combined with some refined Draconite. I don't know if I have the Draconite. Come to think of it, I think I might have ran out of that one. So we do have to wait until nighttime, but I'm now able to make the rune. I did in fact run out of the Draconite. I had to go and farm some in the dungeon, essentially, which was not as good of a time as you'd imagine, because I was using the Infinity Gauntlet as the fire one, basically, and it was kind of getting caught in the blocks, so because the dungeon's quite confined, do you know what it needs? It needs crowd control. That's what I would like. I want it to have a last prism built into it. That would be so sick. A last prism is one of the stones. I think take out the water stone and add in the last prism, because why not? Do it for fun. I think it's cool. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna wait. I actually don't know what boss is technically next. I'm just assuming that it's this one. So the next one is apparently, yeah, it is. It's the Guardians. All right, that makes it easier. And then the next one after that is in Hell. The one after that is at nighttime. That's called Void Leviathan. Azana. Ooh, and the Ancients. Speak to the Storyteller. Is he the boss? Let me go over there. Let me see. Are you a boss? Here he is chilling with the boss statues. He just might be. Fellas, we need to kill him. So as I'm basically just like sat around waiting for the nighttime, like I'm doing nothing. I've just been chilling for the past couple minutes, just like watching the clock go. I thought I'd use this time to just say a few things. I feel like I haven't really chatted to you guys today at all, even though we've had like a good chunk of an episode. It's more been focused about the mod, right? Which, as you can imagine, is also a very good thing. But here we are. I have two things to talk about. Number one, YouTube gave me access to one of the beta features, which is only being tested on a very small number of channels. Like, this channel has it, but Chippy Gaming doesn't. Chippy Gaming has nothing, by the way. Can we just clarify? It's a bigger channel, but YouTube never puts it in any of the betas for some reason. Anyway, I now see a little badge next to your name in the comment section. If you have your subscribers is set to public, like everything you subscribe to, if that's public knowledge, I get a little badge. And it tells me how long you've been subscribed for. And it's so interesting. I love it. Because I recognize a lot of you. You probably don't even realize I recognize so many of you. I'm obsessed with my comments. Always kind of have been. And a lot of you have been subscribed for years. It's mental. Some of you are like, oh, so how long have I been subscribed for? If you didn't have it set to public, I couldn't answer. So I didn't. But that's been going on. There was something else as well. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Do you guys remember me telling you about breaking my retainer last year? And how it costs like 160 quid? Did it again, boys. I had it in the sink. Because I was about to like wash it before putting it in. Because you have to wash it when you take it out. And then put it back in. It's a little bit of plastic for your mouth if you guys don't know what it is. Keeps your teeth straight. I had braces. And my phone, I was watching a video on my phone, and my phone fell in the sink and just shattered both of them. So now I have to pay 160 quid for another retainer. And I am so fuming about it. I'm so gutted about it. Genuinely, I'm like, I'm doing my best to try and save. I've been talking about houses. Houses is going to be a big topic this year. It's going to be a big channel goal to talk about houses. I can't wait. I think you guys are going to like it as we get deeper into it. But anyway, I'm trying to save. Now I can't. It's such a pain. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to really, really, like, be good. I've stopped buying as many Switch games and... My God. I'm trying to be a good person. Please, retainer, stop breaking. Why is this so expensive? It's just a piece of plastic. And it is 80 quid. It's 80 quid for the bottom and 80 quid for the top. Just make me one that uses... It's just a single piece of plastic. And I won't move my mouth during the night, I swear. If it can save me 80 squid. Okay, so this fight is difficult in the sense of it hits very hard. I assume by now there probably is an armor upgrade that we could be making. So I will get to work on that, especially following this. Like, considering I'm getting smacked for so much, I will definitely make it. I'm fairly certain I read something yesterday, because I'm always checking in on the Elements Awoken Discord. I like to see what people are up to now that I'm playing the mod. And I remember seeing a comment that was like, oh, I don't really like the Guardians because I don't like the vertical speed, I don't like the AI. And I read it and like glanced over it and didn't really think too much about it, not knowing what the boss was and not really like caring too much, right? But now that I'm facing it, it's flooded back to me so quickly. I'm like, yeah, I would have said the same thing if I was giving feedback. Let's use the void for no reason. Let's use a bit of fire as well. May as well. So I think for us, the desert one is probably going to be the hard hitter. So I'm going to go back to desert. The problem with the switching, and it's not a problem in the mod itself or the use of the gauntlet, is that I'm so easily distracted. I just start looking in the bottom left-hand corner just to see what text it is. Terraria is a small game, right? You know, you can't do too much with what people can see, right? This makes no sense. I'm going to explain it fully. But it'd be so wicked if you could have like a visual indicator about what gauntlet, what stone you're using, sorry. God, I am getting distracted now, I can tell. God, I've got so long left on a heal. Alright, well, I think we deserve that death. There was one attack that we have to be very careful of. I just noticed it as we were fighting it, but it was leaving these like these little spiky bomb traps basically. So we need to make sure that when we do that again, we're not running into that. So let me have a quick little look at armor sets before we go today, because you know we're kind of rounding it off. Neutron fragments. Let's dump these into here because I'm fairly certain this is the next set of armor. So you've got this one here. So this one is, it is a mage set. So the helmet gives 10% increased magic damage. This gives 7%, but you also get the critical strike chance. If this has like a really good effect, the robes of a weeb streamer. Alright, okay. Yeah, if this had a really cool effect, I'd probably make it. Because it's a donator item, I do wonder if you're meant to make it or not. There was an upgrade as well to the Space Dolphin machine gun that everybody wanted to see. Let me just quickly check that, because I did get one. I forgot to bring it up, to be honest. There you go, it's godly. Let's dump this into here. Let's see what the upgrade is. So, it's a cracked crystal, and it's just an upgrade. Okay, well, we'll make that in the next episode. I can always farm for another crystal. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a great start to the week. I love a good start to the week. It's always inspiring. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a big fat thumbs up. And if you are new around here, or maybe you lurk, because, you know, so many of you watch and haven't subscribed, do consider clicking subscribe. Help us get that goal of 250,000. It's kind of amazing. It's so cool because ChippysCouch should hit 250,000 the same time Chippy Gaming will hit 600,000, which means between the two channels, 850,000 subscribers. Which in a way is, it kind of means we're approaching 1 million. But not really. Right, have a great one, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.